Yo, what up, guys? So, the escalation sigil farming is the plan for the day, the rest of the day. All right. So, let's take a look. Okay. Nate, yo, what up, guy? He says, chow mein. Bro, what is going on? How you doing, good sir? Yeah, I just started. He says, I'm well, sir. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing all right. I just, so I actually have footage that I need to edit through. Um, but that's okay. I am now farming the escalation sigils. I can actually like try and farm more of the boss summoning material because I only have like 200 instead of the 300 needed for like 100 Andario runs. So that is kind of interesting. Yo, moms! Yo, what up, guy? How you doing, good sir? Oh, wait, that's right here. What's up? Yeah, so this, what you're seeing right now, right? The strong room is gonna be my life for the next few weeks. Because I'm gonna need to be farming a whole lot for my 100 Astaroths. Your mom says, sick, cleaning out work, ready to play some Diablo and drink tea. Ah, yeah, boy. Oh no, I'm moving too fast. Tokyo Drift. Oh. Okay, yeah. I need to fill the meter. No. Red Moss, yo, what up, guy? Says, what up, random clan master? Ah, yes. It is random indeed. Okay, I barely made it. Barely. Okay. Do we get an escalation sigil? No. Okay, well, that's alright. I'll just need to finish this up and we're good to go. So what's going on? What's new in Rip Moss? The world of Rip Mouse. What is the best level to upgrade runes at the pits? I would imagine that it would probably be Torment level 90, because while you're not really solely focusing on just the... You're not just focusing solely on the glyph levels, that's the optimal level for like experience as well. So for that, yeah, level 90. But then if you want to level your glyphs up to 100, I would probably say it would be 110, just because 10 levels above essentially means you get a 100% chance at upgrading the glyphs. Yeah. And he says 110 for 100% glyph. Yeah, yeah. But the HP gets ramped up really, really fast. So that's why I say 90 up until glyph level 80, and then you do 110 for the rest of it. Yeah. Oh, Subo! Oh. Ooh, Lithrune. Damn. Ma says, I can't do more than lol 90 pits, and my glyphs are stuck there. Well, that would mean that your power is not because of glyphs, but because of your build. You probably need to upgrade the gear. Yeah, like my glyphs, they're not that high level. I have my highest level glyph is level 50, and then the next one is 49. Yeah, so I have not been doing the pit because I've been trying to focus on asking if Belial, seeing if he drops a mythic unique, and the answer is always no. All right, I need the strong room. I cannot teleport through the wall there. Formidable. Yo, David, what up, guy? How you doing, good sir? He says, I've never had a mythic drop from Belial, mostly from Duriel. Well, I guess you're just not lucky enough to find one from him. Alright, let's see if we have any strongholds or strong rooms. No. Oh man. Yeah, I'm doing alright. How you doing, good sir? Oh. Whispers of the Dead. Oh, we got a strong room, baby! Ah, yeah, boy. Ross asks, what's your highest level at the pits? I think I did level 70 for the season journey, and that's it. I haven't gone any higher than that because yeah, I don't need more power. for what I'm doing right now. David says playing D4 right now. Ah, yeah. That's what I'm doing. How did you know? Alright. Yes, yes. The Idol of Doom. Yeah. So I haven't tested it, but I would imagine with the level of damage that I'm doing, I would probably hit maybe 100. I'm not sure. The gear that I have is pretty okay, but alright, here we go. Here it says, playing my usual favorite class, the Barb, stuck at pit 105. Barb's stuck at pits this season, but good in everything else. You know, I think everything is pretty good at everything else. The only thing as far as the pit goes is because it's like a competition. So even if you're able to do 105, you're comparing to everybody else. All right, do we get a escalation sigil? Whoops. Do we get an escalation sigil? No. Says your build looks so cool. Not gonna lie. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I think ball lightning is probably better, but yeah, sorceress is actually one of the weaker classes in the season. I think it's actually worse than barb when it comes to pit pushing, anyway. At least last time I checked on the leaderboard, but yeah. I know the strongest class right now for the pit pushing is the Spiritborn. Spiritborn, baby. David says Barb is last at pit pushing this season. Looks like the highest is 122, and that's last. Oh. Okay. I'm surprised that Rogue beat out the Barb, but maybe something got developed as some strategy was developed over the course of the season. I mean, it happens. Yeah. And apparently, season 11 is supposed to be way different than season 10. So, yeah, I don't know what they're gonna be announcing, but I look forward to the announcement. It's probably gonna be an expansion announcement. I thought we were supposed to hear about an expansion this year. Ooh, wow. Damn. I did not expect to get that.
Is always hot.
He says masterworking will be changed. They said, "Oh yeah, I mean actually, a lot of people have been complaining about masterworking, so it's probably a time for a change." You know, I am really glad that they are constantly willing to revisit the systems and incorporate the good feedback. That's really awesome. That is awesome.
The The forge is ready for whatever you need. You can still use these.
Ethan, yo, what up, guy? What's wrong with masterworking? It's kind of like a lot of people complain that it's like too much RNG, I guess, which I don't think is that bad, but because there's no like bricking, it just kind of feels like a slog. So a lot, like, actually last time I was streaming, when I got this three-star staff, the masterworking process was really like just slow and unexciting, because if you have enough gold and you have enough materials, like you'll get the thing that you want, and that is no good. Nate says the only thing that's ever bothered me was the 5 million reset feature. It's really hard to triple masterwork. Well, yeah, it's hard to triple masterwork, but it's not really exciting, I guess, if that makes sense, right? It's like, oh, if you have enough materials, then you just sit there for 30 minutes pressing the same button, and you just know you're gonna get it eventually. It's just a huge slog to go through. So like a lot of the guy that was with me when I was masterworking my staff, he was just like, I would just rather pay the big upfront cost to get the triple masterwork and be done with it, right? And that'll save time. And I mean, I understand like the point, because yeah, like it's not really exciting. It's only exciting if you have a limited number of materials, but when it comes to the object site, you can just keep farming more of the materials, and you'll just get the thing that you need eventually. So Rimos asks, is there a way to sell everything at the same time? I think if you do the junk button, so if you mark everything as junk, then you can press sell junk and it'll do it all at the same time. But that does mean that you have to still do everything one by one. Nate says, why reset the whole thing? Let me go again from level 4 or 8. Well, then the triple masterwork, the legendary color on the stat won't mean as much. Alright, if you're doing a legendary and you have 1 out of 5, and then 1 out of 5 again, and then 1 out of 5 again, that's 1 out of 125 chance of getting the triple masterwork. So yeah, the legendary number on my 12 heads doesn't mean anything if you just reset from 4 or 8. Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing that I've learned, right, is that when it comes to game design and balancing, it's not really about the numbers. You're more managing people's feelings instead, you know what I mean? And that is ultimately what's happening here, is that Blizzard is managing the feelings. They see the complaints, and then they're gonna make the adjustments. Right? The old Blizzard of, you know, Blizzard being your father and telling you what you should suffer through and telling you what you need and not listening to you. I think those days are over. And yeah, the Blizzard that we have now is a lot more bendable than the Blizzard of the past. And he says, shouldn't have taken 10 seasons IMO. Well, it hasn't taken 10 seasons because Masterworking was introduced in what, season 4? In the season of Loot Reborn? We didn't have Masterworking before then, so it only took 6 seasons, buddy. Be grateful. Yeah, I mean, think about what the Diablo 2 players have to deal with, okay? Where any of their suggestions are just gonna be straight up ignored. They have absolutely zero hope of any improvements to the game because any improvements will like piss off some part of the player base, and really they're just pissing off like new players. He says F that, they need to listen to the people. I mean, they do. What do you mean? Like, this Blizzard, the Blizzard that's managing Diablo 4 has been the most responsive dev team that I've ever experienced in any like Blizzard game. And I know that like that's not saying much because they are kind of slow in being responsive, but it just really goes to show you how much they didn't listen to the community in the past. Yeah, because like I'm pretty sure they're cooking up stuff with runewords. I know they're not really happy with runewords right now because yeah, runewords, like to be honest, are really lackluster. They're not good. Because there's no rune verbs. It's just putting together 2 runes together and that's it. It's not anything. Alright. Unfortunately, no strong room, but that is a-okay.
Be ready.
Yo, mama! Yo, what up, guy? The mama says hello. How you doing, good sir? Oh, I need to travel to the feasting cavern now, boy. Ooh. Alright, Alright, no. No. Escalation sigil yet. Joe says, I'm doing well. I see you're still playing Hydra. Today, I tried out a funny fireball build for hordes. Oh, are you using the Staff of Endless Rage? Is that the build where you're bouncing out the fireballs? Alright, I need a... And how did that work out? Oh, I need to slay all enemies now. Alright. Easy mode. It's really nice, to be honest. It's kind of illegally good, and I didn't expect it to be that strong. Oh, yeah, the Fireball build used to be a really good build a few seasons ago. But other builds have become stronger as they introduced more unique items. So that is that's effectively what we've been dealing with here. They rotate out the builds because one build cannot be strong forever. No king rules forever, my son. Just says fireball is really nice for hordes where you can just sit in the center and spin in a circle. Yeah, that's pretty. That does sound very, very convenient. Absolutely. Ooh. Oh. Oh, the dungeon is showing me the lights. Haha, yes. Strong room, baby. Alright, yes, that sounds good. I don't use potions. And yeah. I guess I would have switched out the wisps for that. I should have read all of them actually. He says, damn, I just hit 2 trillion. But still a minute shy from passing pit 105. Damn, sounds like you need to hit 2.5 trillion. Alright. Alright, I only have 25 seconds left. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, okay. Do we get an escalation sigil? Haha, yes! Ah, yeah, baby! Hell yeah, boy! Escalation sigil, baby! Formidable. Play Thomas. Whoa! 3-star boots? What is that? What is that? Intelligence, maximum life, firewall. Oh, that is unfortunate. I don't need any of those.
That looks worn. I can fix it.
Alright. Alright, I have 45 escalation sigils. I need 55 more to reach 100. Alright, yeah, and I'm actually... I think I need to do some math here. Because I don't want to do regular Nightmare Dungeons for 100 escalation sigils. I want to... Because you'll get escalation sigils while doing escalating sigils, right? Like, because you are doing Nightmare Dungeons, 3 of them at a time, right? So... yeah, I don't know what the calculation is or what the drop rate is for these escalating nightmares.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Yeah.
You're a saint.
Right.
You're
Free the prisoners. Done. Oh. Greasy key. Boom, baby. All right. I don't need. All right, show me the light. Okay. Watchman on the other side. I don't see a light coming out of me, directing me to a little Roderick strong room. I shall just move on. Mom says The damage scaling in this game is wild. My Shred Druid hits up to 188 billion. And I can barely get through 90 pits without it being too close. It's probably the best character I've made while playing. Damn. Yeah, you need to get up into the trillions. But yeah, the scaling is pretty crazy because they have multipliers everywhere, and so it's exponential damage. So yeah, it's gonna get up there. No says I gotta go to sleep again. 2 a.m. for me. I noticed you start to stream really late for me. Yeah, I this is the normal time that I stream. I live in the States, so that's why unfortunately my time zone is not necessarily EU friendly or Asia friendly. Dirty Bird, yo, what up, guy? How you doing, good sir? Dirty Bird says, what up, yo. I'm just farming my nightmare dungeons for them escalating sigils now. And I see a lot of nightmare dungeons in my future, okay? I'm probably gonna get tired of this relatively soon. Joe says, with my ball lightning stork, I hit 1 billion, 2 billion on a regular basis, and I did 100 pit in 10 minutes. Damn. That's a lot of damage, boy. Tumble Trader, yo, what up, guy? Almost says no. What are you saying no to? Huh? Yeah, I mean, am I getting a lot of escalating sigils? No. It's a slow process, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I am a man of science, willing to put in the work. Joe asks, "What do you need escalating sigils for?" Because I want to make a video where I kill Ashroth 100 times. That's really it. It's like, hey, here's the loot from 100 Ashroths and the stats that go with it. That's really it. So yeah, I don't know. It's probably not worth doing 100 Ashroths, but you know, it's my goal to do that before the end of the season. Yeah, but yeah, so after the stream, I will probably not be farming that much because I'm going to be processing my footage for my I'm going to be processing footage for my what is it? Processing footage. What boss is that? Oh yeah, Beast Nice and Marshan. Yeah, so once I process those, which probably take me a few days, then it's gonna be the ultimate grind. I might like try and space it out to make it more tolerable, but yeah. Maybe ask, what kind of loot does Asheroth drop? I didn't play season 9. I didn't play Season 9 either, so I actually did not kill Astaroth on Torment 4. So I have no idea. I do know that he does drop a lot of loot though, like just doing the whole nightmare dungeons 3 times in a row does he like there's a lot of loot. Like yeah, there's a crap ton of loot. Ah yeah, boy. The Herodric Gateway, baby. Alright, what do we got? That's good, I think. That's also good. And I'll do the wisps. Wisps. Ooh. Okay, I need to get to the pillar. Because these pillars are what contribute to filling the bar fast. The shrines, they give more mobs, but the pillars are more important, 100%. Alright, here we go, boy. Boom, baby. Alright, do we get an escalating sigil? No. Why? Alright, that's fine. It is totally fine. Boom, baby. Nerdy Bird asks, do you not have to use all your powers on your bar? For these nightmare dungeons? No. The only ability I use is Hydra and teleport. Yeah. But when I'm doing the ladder bosses, I do use my ice ability 3 times, and also the lightning ball 3 times or 5 times to build up the multiplier. But for nightmare dungeons, no, I just use Hydra and that's it. So yeah, that's why you don't see me clicking on any of them. Crazy. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Yeah, but this build isn't even really like that strong compared to something like ball lightning, where you're overpowering and critting at the same time with Banished Lord's Talisman. That's a crazy build. Okay. Is it faster than Hydra? I think so, yeah, but I have to do all that masterworking to get my ranks of ball lightning up, and that is a pain. Oh, there we go.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Alright. Travel to the tome. Jill says the current number 1 pit run by Sorceress is with a Hydra build, by the way. Oh, I didn't know that, but that is interesting. But the reason why I say bot lightning is faster, I was talking in the context of a speedrunning build. The reason why I say that ball lightning is faster is because you can move and cast ball lightning at the same time. So if you're moving and you're casting ball lightning all at the same time, like you're covering more ground, right? The downside though is that you accelerate the carpal tunnel development in your hand when you play that build. Like no joke. Says I have the lazy warrior minion build, but no teleport. My girl and I, my girl be like, "I'll meet you there." Oh yeah, the barbarian call of the ancients. Yeah, I mean that was a cool build. Like, although it was a little bit frustrating because it's ultimately a minion build at the end of the day. And minions can be dumb. I was trying to fight Harbinger of Hatred for my video, and like, bro, it'll just attack the immune stuff. And I'm just like, no, don't attack the immune stuff. And there's like nothing I can do because all my damage is through the minions. Right, it probably won't be that big of an issue this season because there's no more invulnerability phases, but still, it was something that I had to deal with in order to make my video. And farming Harbinger Hatred took the longest because I died a lot while farming him. My guy wasn't that strong. Yeah, I mean, focus. No, thank you, Ravenous Soul. I'm out. So ask, can people join or you want to do the solo? Oh, I'm doing the solo. I'm actually doing science right now, so I can't mess up the data, okay? Because in my video, I want to say, oh, I farmed X number of nightmare dungeons and it took me X time. And if I have people joining in and out, it means a lot less. You know what I mean? Not to say that I'm like a scientific person or whatever, but you know, I want to pretend to be a scientist. Don't take that away from me. Yeah, there was actually someone in my comment section that was talking about like, why don't you do the runs in a group, doesn't that change the odds? And I'm like, yeah, but I'd have to like make sure that we're all consistent playing all the time. But it says, no, I understand you just want to give some stats for the video. Yeah, yeah. Wait, I'm missing some animus happening. Oh my god. I can't believe I missed it. Oh no. DG, yo, what up, guy? How you doing, good sir? He says, farming for escalation sigils. Some of my favorite content to do in the game. Yeah. You know, when Diablo 4 was first released, Nightmare Dungeons were the only thing to do, and a lot of people complained about Nightmare Dungeons. Like the objectives they said were annoying, and the dungeons themselves were annoying, and traveling to the Nightmare Dungeons was annoying. Like, it was not very popular at all. It says, I still don't have my ball lightning at 36, but it's at 32. I'm getting closer. Nice. Nice. DG says, escalation dungeons give so many freaking infernal warps. Oh, snap. I have that to look forward to, I guess. Though, I haven't spent any of my infernal warps at all. For nothing. Yeah, I haven't done any escalation sigils because I'm saving them. But I need to do some math. Yeah, so once I hit 50, I will do some math and calculate a drop rate. Because what I want to do is I want to not have to overfarm Nightmare Dungeons in order to hit 100 Astaroths. Because I know I'll get some escalation sigils in the actual escalating nightmare itself. So I wanna just hit that perfect spot and be like, oh yeah, I complete Astaroth 100 without any escalation sigils in my inventory. Oh, that'd be so cool. Dirty Brass, what does 32 versus 36 mean? I've never played that character. So when it comes to ball lightning, what you have to do is you have to get a lot of ranks of ball lightning, because when you increase the rank of ball lightning, it increases the mana cost of it, and you want a really high number in order to trigger the Banished Lord's Talisman, because that'll guarantee an overpower crit, which means lots and lots of damage. Yeah, and so the cutoff is 36 ranks when you have a Ring of Starless Skies. Yeah. He says, we're running the same build. Like 4 days ago, I got a 4 Greater Affix Shroud of False Death, man. Highlight of my Diablo 4 career. Damn! Oh, snap. That's crazy. Congratulations, bro. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, if I got a 4 greater affix, mythic unique, or Shroud of False Death, that'd be the highlight of my Diablo 4 career too.
There's that.
Like, bro. I had one of those in season 9. I miss her so much, crying face. Yup, that's just the nature of the season, unfortunately. Are you also on Twitch? I'm watching on YouTube Shorts, but I want to put you on TV. Yeah, so I am streaming on Twitch right now, and I'm also live streaming horizontal on YouTube, so you can choose which one you want. But yes, I do have a horizontal stream going. Yes. Yes, sir. Chaos Rifts. All right, here we go. Yeah, so I'm streaming on the vertical to show up in the shorts feed. And yeah, that's gotta expand my reach. And it says the highlight of my Diablo career, 2,000 hours, is a 4-star melted heart of salvage. Bro, well, hold on. Did you actually salvage that? Because, like, I don't know. I'll just keep that just to collect. Bro. It says, oh yeah, the reason why I played the Fireball build was because I dropped the 4 Greater Affix Chaos Unique Staff of Endless Rage. You know, that just goes to show how well designed the system that they made is, because when you find an item, like it makes you want to change your build to that, just so that way you can equip the 4 stars. That is, I think that's a success for sure. Because I mean, they can definitely implement a system where like you just don't care about that at all. But in Diablo 4, they did it right. It says, I did salvage it. I was blessed and pissed at the same time. Bro, you know, I would... If I got a 4-star Melted Hearts, I would... Okay, I would salvage it only for the content. I would make a YouTube short out of it to be like, yo, I got a 4-star thing, but it sucks, so I'm gonna salvage it, and then salvage it, and then make a short about that. Like that's the only reason I would. If I wasn't a YouTuber and I found a 4-star Melted Heart, I would not. I'll keep it for my collection. It says Melted Heart of Salvage. That's funny. Yeah, and I'll actually title it too. I'll title it Finding a 4-star Melted Heart of Salvage.
You saved my life.
Joe asks, how much warp do you have currently? I kind of want to see. I have right now 111,000 warp. So yeah, that's how much warp I have.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Wait. Oh, that was kind of weird. Yeah, and then after 100 Astaroths, we'll see how much warp I actually have. Kind of less than I expected. Formidable. Yeah, if I make a new character, then I would spend the warp to get the spark. RNG hosts! Yo, what up, guy? RNG host asks, have you ever considered playing other ARPGs? I have. So when Last Epoch came out initially, I played that for like a week, and I was like, okay, yeah, I tried it. That's cool. And then when PoE 2 came out, I played that for about, I think, like a month. And I was like, I am not hardcore enough to play PoE 2. I can't make any good content, like, or rather, I can't make the content that I want from PoE 2. So I stopped playing PoE 2. Diablo 4. I also started my YouTube channel playing Diablo 2. And then, yeah, and then prior to my YouTube channel, I played Diablo 3 and actually like World of Warcraft and stuff. So Joe says D3 lol. Yeah, D3 is good. I mean, you know, I never thought I'd see the day where people would use D3 as a game to shit on Diablo 4. I'm just like, what? Like the whole time I'm playing Diablo 3, I'm just like, yeah, like I'm just playing a game that nobody likes. But then when Diablo 4 came out, people were like, D3 was such a good game. And I'm like, what is this? What? These people are insane, man. Yeah, so you need to take everything as far as internet opinions go. You need to take everything with a grain of salt, because like a lot of people, they like literally don't know what they're talking about. Bill says, no, I think D4 is better than D3. I like D3, but D4 is better. Oh, I mean, I think D4 is better today than D3 is for sure. But on release, like, there was a bit of merit to that. Because, like, yeah, Diablo 4 on release was, like, really bad. Not a lot of endgame, and, like, just a lot of the systems weren't fleshed out. The items were really hard to parse through, and like there was just a lot of friction in the game. Yumum says D3 is by far the worst Diablo titles to have ever come out. Well, I'll say Diablo 4 is closer to Diablo 3 than it is to Diablo 2. Yeah. But I mean, Diablo 2 has a special place in my heart. Okay, like that's where my YouTube channel got started and everything. But yeah, if there's only one thing that Diablo 4 needs to copy from Diablo 2 in order for Diablo 4 to be the perfect game, and that is
The Forge
the reward structure. Like the pacing of the rewards is something that Diablo 2 has down, like out of any game. Legit. Like better than my time PoE 2, better than my time at Last Epoch. Right? Definitely better than Diablo 3 for sure. Cuz everything was like too easy in Diablo 3. But yeah, I'm kind of afraid that Blizzard has learned the wrong lessons from Diablo 4's release, because like the original vision for Diablo was they wanted the atmosphere from Diablo 1, the progression of Diablo 2, and the action fluidity from Diablo 3, which like conceptually I think is the perfect plan. Yeah. Bear says, "Good night, everyone. I'm out. Catch you on the next stream, brother." All right. Have a good one. I'll catch you later, good sir. RNG host says, especially damage scaling, D2 LOD is the best. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, Lord of Destruction is way ahead of its time, but when it comes to like the action combat and all of that, like Diablo 4 kills Diablo 2 100%. Like, yeah, just the action fluidity, it's super clean, super sharp in Diablo 4. And honestly, I think that's one of the hardest things to nail down. If it's wrong, you basically have to rebuild your game from the ground up. It's that important. And whether you want to think about it or not, the items kind of stem from the action combat fluidity. Yeah. Yeah, but like, yeah, trying to use Blizzard, like Diablo 2, having a Blizzard sorceress, it's like it kind of feels bad to play. It's not responsive. You just click a button and the animation comes out, and some of the mobs die and the other mobs don't die, and it's just like, and some of the mobs only take damage when they move. It's like, what is going on, right? Like that can definitely be cleaned up for sure. Joe says, I cannot say anything about that because I never played Diablo 2. I kind of miss sets and also legendary gems. Well, legendary gems are like the glyphs today, so I don't really know if that's something that's necessarily something that's missing from Diablo 4. Because the legendary gems, yeah, I mean, like I don't really think the idea of socketing a glyph into a paragon board is all that different than socketing a gem into like a ring or whatever in Diablo 3. I don't know. I think that sort of feature is covered in Diablo 4. Those sets though, I don't know. I'm not a fan of sets. I don't like it that much. I'm maxed out on nobles. Your mom says, yeah, Blizzard North's D3 would have been sick. You know, I don't necessarily know. Maybe, like, I know that a lot of people are like, oh, you know, if Blizzard North kept making games, then they would dominate and everything. But like, all the developers, you know, they've moved on from Blizzard, and everything that they've made has not really been a hit. So maybe it was lightning in a bottle, but yeah, like it's easy to say because, you know, we're never gonna experience that reality. So I have no idea. Oliver, yo, what up, guy? Oliver asks, do you enjoy Hydra better than Ball Lightning? I think I do, because Hydra doesn't give me carpal tunnel. I like how Ball Lightning you can move while you cast and all that stuff, but you have to like constantly click all the time in order for the build to do damage. So yeah, I like not getting the carpal tunnel part of Hydra. Your mom says it had the look of D2 but increased fluidity of D3. Concepts looked awesome. I'll have to take a look, but yeah, I mean, the thing that Diablo 2 got right 100%, and I don't think any other game sort of nailed this, was the reward structure. Yeah. Other than that, I think Diablo 2 lacks in kind of every other category. Like, I mean, the art from D2 Remastered is really good. Yeah, like actually going from Diablo 2 Remastered to Resurrected to Diablo 3 was like, oh, like the art in Diablo 3 is dated, interesting. Oliver says, "Ha! I switched to controller when I respec to balls." Oh, is that the secret? Because, okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Just hold down the left trigger and move with the left stick made it a lot easier. Oh, I do have technically a controller, but I've always played Diablo with keyboard and mouse. So, like, even when I was playing PoE 2 and they had the WASD movements, I'm like, this is kind of weird. I'm not used to this. But yeah, I think PoE 2 implemented WASD movement better than Diablo did, for sure. Well, what is happening? Oh my god, I didn't hit 6 tiers. Wow. All because I missed this one. I'm just like yapping about. Alright. Do we get an escalation sigil? No. Yoom says D3 looks like a mobile game compared to 2 and 4. I mean, yeah, it's easy to say that now. Like, what, 12 years after the game was released? When was it released? Like 2011 or something? Or 2012? Yeah. And I mean, like, what, D2 Remastered was in 20... like, 2020 or something, or 2019? So, I mean, when the game was released, it definitely did not look or feel like a mobile game. What is? Oh, we're talking about older D games. Do you think Diablo 4 is getting closer to D3? I mean, I think that was a lot easier to say when, like, Blizzard was getting hammered, like in season 1 and season 2, about the lack of content and all of that stuff. So they just started ripping ideas from Diablo 3 just to get content into the game, right? But now I think probably with this next expansion, it's probably gonna get its own identity. It's like, oh, this is like Diablo 4, because Diablo 3 is like rifts and greater rifts, right? Diablo 2 kind of has its own identity with, like, you know, Veil runs and Chaos runs and cows and all that. And then Diablo 4 is, yeah, I think like now it's starting to get its own identity. Like, yeah, you still have like the pit pushing and all of that stuff, which is a concept from Diablo 3, but like there's no real boss ladder in Diablo 3. There is technically a boss ladder in Diablo 2, but like you don't really do that. You do that for like the Hellfire Torch and that's it. But, you know, like okay. Like you don't really like farm Hellfire Torches like that. Moon says, yeah, and ball lightning is just a hold and blow build. You have to click it for the mouse and keyboard. I haven't used ball lightning since the console gang got keyboard and mouse last season. So yeah, it's either you hold the mouse and then you like move with your mouse wheel. Or like you move with your mouse and like you hold on your keyboard, which feels kind of weird. Because yeah, like I don't know. Because it seems like if you're holding down to move, then it like prevents other skills from being cast. I haven't experimented too much with it, but that's kind of how it feels. Joe says, you still pick up random trash? I only pick up GAs nowadays. Oh yeah, I pick up everything. Yeah, that's how I have so many forgotten souls. Summon a special demon. Alright, here we go. I need to focus on the pillars. Oliver says it's the same with the one button ravens, one button druid. You hold down the button and move with the stick. Using keyboard would definitely give you carpal tunnel. Yeah. Someone says I use force move on keyboard and reset my binds to XZ directional controls with the cursor. I hate clicking to move. Oh yeah, I mean I'm not clicking to move either. If you notice, like my infernal is bound to mouse 5 because I only use that button for movement. So do we get an escalation sigil? No. Unfortunate. Force move is Z. Yeah, I mean, I think at that point, if you're gonna like, for me, like I don't have the concept of force move because like clicking my mouse is force move. I actually can't click to interact with anything, or sorry, to cast any skills because it's just not bound to anything. There's an option. Wait, oh, I need to go to this other one and say the other watchman. Yeah, because like there's an option in the settings to unbind cast, interact, and move from the mouse button. So I have the mouse button to be interact with objects and move, and then the left click that would have been an ability is now bound to just a different key. It says I hate doors. Yeah, doors are my weakness. Yeah, like I can't teleport through this door here because I don't know, I guess it's like completely sealed. I thought I understood like teleport. I mean, I definitely understood teleport in Diablo 3 where some walls I know which ones I can teleport over and which ones I can't. But it's either buggy in Diablo 4 or I don't understand it. Yeah. So I have like no idea. Alright, here we go. Boom. Do we have any strong rooms? That is a negative. Ah, hell yeah, boy! Ah, yes! Strong room, baby! Ah, that's 3 strong rooms in a row. Hell yeah, boy! Though, I've only gotten 1 escalation sigil this whole dungeon. Or sorry, this whole stream, rather. You know, that's how long will you stream tonight? So I usually go for about 3 hours, and then I call it a stream. That's kind of when I run out of energy. So yeah. So right now I'm an hour and 22 minutes in, so I'll go for like another hour and 40. Sometimes I go a little longer, sometimes I go a little shorter. But yeah, that's about all the energy I got. Alright, additional ambushes. Jayhawk, yo, what up, guy? How you doing, good sir? Loki, yo, what up, guy? Jayhawk asks, why are you farming escalation sigils? So I want to make a video where I farm Ashtaroth 100 times. So that's why I'm farming for escalation sigils. If I did that in season 9, then I probably will be less likely to do it, but yeah, it's what I want to do. Loki asks, have you thought of using a druid companion build? No, not for this season. If I have extra time, like, oh, I did all the bosses 100 times, I farmed Ashtaroth 100 times, I've done like all the videos that I want to make, then that's probably when I'll think about switching classes or whatever. But the sorceress is strong enough for everything I want to do. Do we get an escalation sigil? No. Damn. Jayhawk says, is it for testing best farming methods this season? No, not necessarily. So the videos that I make, I say that I'm testing the mythic drop chance of 100 Grigors or 100 Varshans or whatever. But it's me. It's ultimately a loot highlight video, right? That's really what it is. So the Ashroth it's gonna be like I mean, does Ashroth actually drop mythic uniques? I have no idea. And so that's why I want to test it. I didn't play season 9 because I was playing World of Warcraft. So yeah, it's just a question that I have, and so that's why I'm doing the work to figure it out. Um, Oliver says, what's the deal with escalation sigils? I have a few in my bag. I avoid doing them since they're really just 3 dungeons in a row. Yeah, and like the dungeons, they stack up their like bonuses, and then you fight Ashroth at the end, who actually gives like a lot of loot. It's actually a lot. Like you get an inventory full of loot. It's a lot. Michael Oliver, yo, what up, guy? Michael says, hello, good sir. Have you thought about doing 100 of each item from the Obols vendor? I've seen 2 videos of people getting mythics from Obols. You know, so I forget who it was in my stream, but they were asking like, oh, are you gonna do like 100 pits worth of Obols video? Or what about 100 of these other ones? And I'm like, oh, that's actually a video that I can think about. So yeah, that is like, I actually don't know if pits are the best way to get Obols, but like, I mean that might be like a not bad question. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, but I've never gotten a mythic from gambling, so. Oliver says, never mind, you just answered my question. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like the best YouTube videos that I kind of make are like when I have a question and like I just pursue that question, right? Like one of my more popular videos when I was actually exploring the changes that Blizzard made to the game, I asked like, oh, is Inferno Hordes better for... Is Inferno Hordes better for Obdicite farming, or is it Nightmare Dungeons? And so I tested it out. I did like 4 hours worth of Inferno Hordes and 4 hours worth of Nightmare Dungeons, and I did the comparison. I mean, it's a lot of work because like you have to open up your inventory, be like this, and scroll down and be like, okay, I got this many Obdicite, write that down in the notes, and then do the dungeon. And yeah, I mean, so that part was kind of like annoying because for me, like it really helps if I understand the questions that I want to answer before I do all the farming, and sometimes you can't always do that. So yeah, but sometimes I just don't have any questions, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna play the game and do the ladder bosses and see if the nightmare if I get lucky with the mythic uniques. So that's ultimately the question that I'm answering, is like, do I get lucky with mythic uniques? No. And that's it. Michael says Chaos Rift gives a ton of obols. Oh, yeah, I think the Chaos Rifts Nightmare Dungeons are like yeah, they give a lot. I mean, I've gotten 2 mythic uniques from the Chaos Rifts in Helltides. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, see, like, I have like no idea why I was able to teleport through this door here, but like not the other ones. Like, yeah, like why can't I teleport through this one? I do not understand the rules. Debo Jangles! Yo, what up, guy? What do you mean by Omega RNG base? No, I think what he's talking about is like you can choose a nightmare dungeon that says Chaos Rifts, like this one, but the Chaos Rifts may not actually contain any ones that drop obols. So you lost out on the RNG there, right? Michael says, I would like to see a mythic Chaos Rift before the season ends, lol. Yo, I actually found two of them. I found two of them. Believe it or not. Like, I did not make a second Chaos Mythic Unique video, but I was like, damn, are these like just super common or am I super lucky? Ah, see, like right here, Murmuring Obols. Alright, the Ghastly Depths. I need to slay all the enemies. Bojango says they are rare as F, yet so good. Yeah, bro, like. Oh, see, I would have gotten two Obol Rifts. I gotten two Obol Rifts, so this one would have been not bad. Like I says, this has been one of the more fun seasons. It would be cool if they found a way for Chaos Armor to stick around. Oh, I think I read some feedback from Adam Fletcher, the community Diablo community guy. And he said that they are acknowledging the feedback for the Chaos Armors, but they won't bring it back 1-to-1 in its current form right now. But they want to bring it back in a healthy way. So that is something that, like, what they'll do, and I think the development team is pretty good about this, where they kind of figure out what is fun about the thing that they're experimenting with, and then they sort of incorporate it into the game, the fun part in the game, right? So yeah, it won't be back like in its current form, but I think they're gonna try and get a good lessons learned from it and add it to the game, so that way it's the fun part of the game is back in is back into the fold. Because like one of the things that everyone was sort of complaining about was when we had the vampire. In season 2, we had, what is it? Everyone called it the Green Helltide, right? With the vampires. I forgot what it was called. It was called like a headhunt, I think, or something, right? And it was just like a more fun, like Helltide, right? And everyone's like, "Oh my God, these Green Helltides need to stay." Right, but you know, it went away, and then after a season they kind of did the lessons learned, and then they incorporated that into the Helltide itself. So now the Helltide has like it's good as a green Helltide, and they brought it back in a healthy way, because like now we don't have like a regular Helltide and a green Helltide. So Because if we did do that, if they did do that, then we would have a redundant part of the game. It's like, okay, what's the point of the Helltide when we got the green one, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Oliver says, the fastest way I found to farm obols is to run Pit 99 in under 2 minutes. I think I got close to 220 obols per run. Damn. Yeah, like, if I decided that I want to grind to Pit Paragon level 300, that's something that I might want to do then, is just like, oh, here's 1,000 pits of gambling. Do you get a mythic? Right? And see, like, yeah. But I'll really need to understand. Yeah, I would really need to understand how much time I would have to do that, because yeah, 1,000. That's a lot of runs. Michael says, I saw ideas online of a way to craft them. What would be nice, like combining a unique with a different type of armor and some materials? Yeah, I mean, maybe the crafting idea, like, it would give more crafting options in the game. But yeah, I think right now the biggest weakness in Diablo 4, I think, is 100% the itemization still. I mean, it was really bad when the game was first released, and then Loot Reborn made massive improvements to it, but like, it was like a 9-month, or rather 6-month or whatever, development cycle, and they were under a lot of pressure to like get this out, right? Because like, the game needs to be fun now, and that's what they were doing. But yeah, I think itemization needs to be continuous. Needs to be continuously focused on. Because what they have now is, I mean, it's acceptable, but it's missing the I guess the je ne sais quoi that you find in Diablo 2, right? Like, you can't put your finger on it, but you know it's good. So. Oliver says, no, you don't want to grind at 300. I'm at 270 and I'm good with that. Well, yeah, it's something that you have to dedicate yourself to, you know? Your mom says, Obos dropped 200 plus from pit 85 and up. I've been seeing 200 for a while now and I can't get much higher than 95. Yeah, maybe, yeah, it's something that I have to think about. For sure. Oh. Django says, from pit level, I got carried to pit 150, so it's completely unlocked. I thought you have to start over every time from level, like, what, 20 in the new season. So. Michael says, really looking forward to the changes they have upcoming to masterworking. Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't think masterworking was a huge problem, but I guess like a lot of people don't like it. So yeah, I mean, if I had it my way, yeah, I would have them continue working on the itemization. Cause like, here's why I think Diablo 2 has such a good reward structure, right? Is because when you're itemizing a character, half of the items are like somewhat predictable. So when you're leveling up, half of the items that you're looking for come from really common rune words and stuff. But the other half drops from like the farming bosses, right? So you do your Mythvista runs, or you do your whatever runs, and then you like kind of get your build going. But this is a budget build, so your build gets going, right? And then like you have your budget items, right? Your low level rune words, so like rune words like spirits and spirit again for your shield, right? And then like you farm, and then you start getting like your Shaco, and then you can get the gold wrap and all that stuff. And all of this is like budget gear. And the time it takes for you to get your budget gear in Diablo 2 is the same amount of time that it takes for you to get like your full gear in Diablo 4. That is like the main issue with Diablo 4 right now, is that it's way too easy to get to maximum gear. And then in order for you to get like your elite level gear, like that's an all season endeavor. And if you do it solo self-found, like it's not viable. Like you have to do it through trading. So I'm talking about like the enigmas and the affinities and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's your elite level gear, and yeah, that takes all season to do. So that reward structure is pretty good. So that's kind of like what Diablo 4 is missing, is the 2 levels of gear, because right now all of the gear that I'm using is not that hard to find, and I would say it's somewhat top level already, because yeah, like mythics are supposed to be like the top level gear, right? I have like this 3-star staff and all of this other stuff, so yeah, like the progression's not really there. So that's what I mean when I say like Diablo 2 really has a reward structure down. But yeah, like maybe this level of gearing and getting to the top level gear is fine for Blizzard because of the data that they have or whatever. But yeah, like they need to introduce some mythics that are not expected to be farmed in a season. And like they had this idea at the very beginning, but they like, and this is why I say I think they learned the wrong lesson from the feedback in Diablo 4, right? Where they said, oh, you know, we thought players wanted year-long efforts to find like these items and stuff, right? But like the tuning was like way out of whack. First, it was like, okay, you got like your budget level gear, and then like there was like nothing in between, and then you go to like items that like nobody's ever finding at all. Like the whole world is playing Diablo 4, and it's been 3 weeks and nobody's found a shackle yet. Like what? Like yeah, nobody's finding these items. These items are not in the game. And yes, the developers can look at the code and be like, yeah, we can confirm that the item's in the game. But like, bro, missing the fucking point. Yeah, so like I think Blizzard does have issues with learning the reward structure, but they're learning, and maybe the Diablo 4 is just going to be a fundamentally different game than Diablo 2, and maybe they've sort of abandoned that course where it's like, okay, yeah, everybody should be able to like get to their final version of their build, get all the mythics that they want and stuff by the end of the season. Like if you play for a certain amount of hours, then you should get everything that you want. And if that's the case, then yeah, that's the game, right? I think that would be very sad, but yeah, like they need to introduce items where you're not expected to find in a season. And when people are complaining that they can't find the item, just say tough shit, better luck next time, or maybe you should be playing more often. Right? Like, yeah. But like not like, oh, not like the, oh, we don't think these items exist in the game. Right? And like the whole world's playing for like 3 weeks. Like 1 billion hours or whatever played, right? That's really, really bad too. You says, I got lucky offline, made Infinity in less than 3 weeks. My first ever offline Sork is just as strong as my online multi-year Sork. RNG is a biatch. Yeah, that's just the nature of it. Do we get an escalation sigil? No. Django says, I was able to upgrade my grandfather from 585 to 725. Bramble Rune Word was the best for me as a poison summoner mancer. Ah, yeah, boy. Yeah. But, like, I mean, yeah, people really love Diablo 2. And it just kind of shows, like, some things that matter and some things don't, right? Because, like, I know, like, a lot of people, they complain about lack of build diversity and stuff. But I'm like, nobody really cares about that. If the other parts of the game are so good, like the loot chase and stuff is really good, then, like, yeah, there's no need for any of that. So Joe says, this season you can get any mythic you want so easily anyways. Yeah, like that's kind of what I mean. Is there's like the budget level gear, the effort that it takes to get budget level gear in Diablo 2 is as easy as getting all the mythics that you want in Diablo 4. And that's really bad. That's not good at all. Uncle says, getting the right chaos armor for your build felt really fun this season, more than chasing mythics. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I hope they don't learn the wrong lesson. They don't learn the wrong lesson, but yeah, that loot chase, if they can introduce that in a more healthy way, that'd be fine. Like, and I like what I don't think will work is if they introduce a mythic unique, or sorry, like not a mythic unique, but like if they introduce new unique items that have multiple slots. So like for Tal Rasha's iridescent loop, like let's say this ring didn't exist in the game. If they introduce a new unique, it's like, oh, it can drop as a glove or a pants, and like that's the idea. I think that would sort of fall flat. Yeah. Says lack of build diversity isn't always bad because each character has strong individual feel personality. No, I mean, like, if you're talking about Diablo 2, I don't think that's true. I mean, everyone's build, like, everyone is making a sorceress, an assassin, or a paladin, and that's it. Right? But, like, it's totally fine because they're so engrossed with the loot chase that doesn't matter. But when Diablo 4, like, there's nothing else to look at. So that's why they're hammering on the build diversity. Jungle says, 4 greater affix, lidless wall helmet, come at me, bruh. Damn. It says, for the further implementation of chaos uniques, they could do something like lay aspects, but that would be too easy. Yeah, I kind of don't know. I mean, like, part of the reason why chaos uniques are so good is because they are legit better than the regular unique items, right? Because they always roll maximum affix and the stronger version of it. So, yeah. Like, if they introduce like a second sort of level of mythic uniques, where like the tower, like maybe for the Crown of Lucian, instead of being a chaos unique, it'd be like a mythic version or something, and it always drops in a different slot or something like that, maybe. But I don't know. That seems like a little lazy. Wait, hold on. My complaint about Chaos Armor is that you don't really need that many aspects for gear this season. Ball Lightning only has 2 aspects. The rest of my gear are Chaos or Mythic. Yeah, and honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Like, I know that they have in their mind, or at least in the past they had in their mind, about what the gearing should look like for a bunch of their characters. Because I think they said that they want players to be using like 2 to 3 unique items and the rest legendary items, and like that's how they want characters to build. But like now it's like, oh, the legendary items are like just 2 to 3 slots, and the rest are all unique items. So yeah. And I mean, I think that's a good balance. But I mean, unique items are much better or much easier to sort of like market than legendary items. That's for sure. Why am I stuck? Like, no, I'm like legit super stuck. What's going on? I can't teleport or anything. Am I lagging? No! What's happening? I don't know what's happening. Michael says, did you see the rumor of a new class? But then Wanderer is what you are, right? Not a class type? Oh, yeah, I did see that. I mean, it was kind of a funny meme, right? Like, bro, when you're I don't know, I bugged out. I'm not done. Yeah, like whenever you are leaving Kechistan, right? It's like, you Wanderer, I know what you are, right? Like that's that's what I think of when he said that the new class type is a wanderer, right? Like it's a character that the player can play, so it's actually like nothing. I still think it's going to be a crusader. Like there's no way it's not a crusader. Like if there was a poly market bet, next Diablo 4 class I would put some money. I'll put like $100 on Crusader. You know, it says, at least it sent you to character select. Mine sometimes just black screens and then I have to close and restart. Yeah. Yeah, at least I was able to do that. But like it was kind of weird. I couldn't teleport or anything. It was like, what's going on? Yeah, so the new class is Wanderer. Wanderer! You! I know what you are! Like, what's happening? Sacrifices must be made. Alright, here we go. Alright. Do we get an escalation sigil? No. Oh, it's painful. You know, it says, hopefully Paladin Crusader does come out soon though. They keep saying they're all dead, but Paladins are just warriors that follow the Zakarum, which is just a religion that anyone can join. Yeah, I mean, like, the Paladin, not necessarily from a lore perspective, but from a game design perspective, is an archetype that's missing, right? The sword and board archetype. And so it just fills that like really, really nicely. And yeah, the Spiritborn follows sort of the monk kind of martial artist archetype, which was kind of missing as well. So yeah, I mean, they have acknowledged the demand for Crusader or Paladin, and yeah, I don't think that they're gonna do anything. Like the big surprise would be if they introduced 2 classes for an expansion. Like that would be a lot of work, but yeah, that'd be a big surprise for sure. The Wanderer could find the Zakarum Temple and learn its ways. Easy W seasonal campaign. No, I mean, no, it's definitely going to be like an expansion level thing for sure. They're not going to introduce a class with the season. What was that? Glass cannon?
The forge is ready. Come back if you need the forge.
Yeah, but I mean, I would totally agree with a Crusader class. I mean, that archetype is not necessarily my favorite, but you know, I'll play it. Michael says, Blizzard money must pay for new class. Yep, that's the way it goes. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with the direction that the game's gone. You know, every season it's moved higher and higher in quality, and they keep refining and they keep looking at the right areas, and they're really conscious of the new player experience and removing all the bloat and making like not introducing bloat into the game. Super good, super good. All right. Oh my god, what's going on with all of these? Right, well, 2 strong rooms in a row. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, here we go, boys. Alright, do we get an escalation sigil? No. Ah, I think I've only found 1 escalation sigil all stream, bro. Oh my god, why are these so hard to farm? Alright. Slay the archival guardians. Two down. 1 to go. Bayhawks asks, do Hell Tides drop them? I think I've gotten a few there. No, I've done enough Hell Tides to do 100 Grigors. Okay. And I did not see any escalation sigils at all. So, I mean, I knew this was going to be a pain to farm, and I was like mentally prepared for it. So if 1 escalation sigil dropped from the Nightmare or from the Hell Tides, I definitely would have noticed. Yeah, I think the strong rooms are the only way to get them. I don't think that they exist any other way. PK, PK, PK! Yo, what up, guy? Are you gonna play the new rumored character? Yeah, I probably would. If Spiritborn's anything to go by, it's probably gonna be the most overpowered class on release. Because it's really bad if the new expansion's coming out, you're marketing it, it's like, oh, this is so cool, we're introducing a new character, right? And then it turns out that it's like super weak. that'd be super troll. No, it's gonna be the strongest class, and then they're gonna tone it back the following season. 100%, 100%. And I'll be playing it on release, yeah, probably. Yeah, because like all the other new characters, or all the existing characters, what they'll usually do is maybe add 1 ability or another ability here or there or whatever, and that's it. So yeah, it probably won't be exciting enough Hey, Hawk says there was a bug last season where if you pop the strong room affix nightmare dungeon, you can travel to the different boss dungeon, and they had a chance to give strong room portals. Oh, I think I read something about like that. I don't know if that's been patched out or whatever, but I don't want to cheat like that. That's kind of meh. Yeah, I need to do the science. All right. Actually, I don't actually even know if people watch my videos for the stats. But you know, I care about the stats. Your mom says, "Wait, what's coming out?" So the expansion they've talked about a second expansion for Diablo 4 already. It's confirmed. I think even before Vessel of Hatred came out, they confirmed that they were working on like 2 expansions at a time or whatever, right? And you know 100% that they're introducing a new class with every expansion. So yeah. And I thought I heard that we were supposed to figure out or find out what's happening in terms of the next expansion by the end of this year. So it's probably like, yeah, so we're probably going to get some news about it. And all of the stuff that they're talking about for season 11, they sound like expansion level changes. They're like, oh yeah, we want the game to play like this, blah, 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 blah. All sorts of stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy. Yeah, but the rumored character that... So, like, I think a week ago or a few days ago, the community manager, Adam Fletcher, was in someone's Twitch chat, I think, and he kind of dropped some information, and he said the new class will be a wanderer, right? Which is kind of a troll answer, but yeah, that's the rumored class is the wanderer. But the wanderer is just like, you know, when you exit Kechistan, and the guy's like, "Hey, you wanderer, I know what you are," right? Like, yeah, that's what that is. Boom, baby. Okay, we just need to fill up the bar, please. Alright, here we go, boys. We get an escalation sigil. Haha, yes! Alright, that's 2 sigils today, baby! Ah, yeah, boy! Okay. So I'm kind of averaging 1 sigil an hour, which is really, really slow, but... Yeah. Yumo says, the Wanderer is Diablo's vessel. Wait, so why did the NPC call me a Wanderer then? Is it because we're Lilith's vessel? Is that what you're saying? We have Lilith's blood? Is that why I'm a Wanderer? Because I mean, if that's the case, then because anyone can be Diablo's vessel technically, right? It's kind of like a if you ever seen Supernatural, the demon possession, they just like they're like black smoke that just enters into you, and then you become possessed. Kind of the same thing, right? So yeah, Adam Fletcher basically said that the new class is anybody. Wanderer, I know what you are. All right, all right.
That looks worn. I can fix it.
All right. Let's see. Okay. So the last hour of my stream will be a success if I find the third escalation sigil. Okay. So let's see if I get it, boys. Alright. Oh, I need to free these prisoners. Wouldn't have made it without you. Here we go, boys.
It's locked.
Wait. Oh. I didn't slay the beekeeper. Okay. There's no stronghold here. A strong room. This next one has a guaranteed strong room. I like these ones. I like it. Under the Michael says, the real question is, how big of a cliffhanger will the next expansion have? No, that's not the question. That's not the real question. Okay? The real question is is the next expansion going to have any of the prime evils in it? Okay, because we thought, okay, because I personally thought, I was like, oh, okay, Vessel of Hatred, okay, this is the Mephisto expansion, no big deal, right? But, like, we don't even get, like, we get, like, Mephisto's dog form. What is that? So, I wouldn't count Vessel of Hatred as the Mephisto expansion, okay? Because he has a vessel that's like supercharged now or something, and he's like really strong now or something. I have no idea. So like I don't know if they're gonna do the same thing that Diablo 2 did, where like Diablo was always traveling east and like freeing his brothers into sanctuary or something. So yeah, like I don't know if the next expansion is gonna be Mephisto traveling. I guess not east, but it's gonna be west, right? Traveling west to free his brothers or something. I really don't know. Probably. But the real question is, yeah, are we gonna see Mephisto in this one? And like, is every expansion just gonna take 2 expansions to feature a fully fledged primeval? Who really knows? Alright, do we get an escalation sigil? Haha, yes! Ah, the stream is a success! Yes! Yumum says, I wish the NPC didn't call the player Wanderer. It should have been Traveler or something. The Wanderer was known to be a carrier of evil. All Wanderers are Nephilim, but not all Nephilims are Wanderers. Vessels need to be strong enough to hold strong spirits. Bro. You think my character is not a good enough... My sorceress is not a good enough vessel for someone like Diablo? Do you not think Diablo would strike at the chance instantly to possess this body? You crazy, bro? My guy is strong. Okay, I already have Lilith's blood coursing through my veins. Okay, maybe your character is weak, but my character deserved to be called Wanderer, okay? Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if that NPC didn't call you Wanderer, like maybe Adam Fletcher wouldn't have made that joke. Who really knows? Nobody knows. Except that NPC. Wanderer, I know what you are. Oh, that's so funny. Says absolutely. That's why the Wanderers need to be Nephilim, but there aren't enough greater evils compared to heroes. Well, maybe we are just thinking too much about this. Oh, the sealed archives. Yo, Ethan. What up, guy? Any good loots? So the only loots that I'm looking for is escalation sigils, and I only found 3 of them. Okay. So yeah, I was until about last dungeon looking at 1 escalation sigil an hour, but now, assuming that I don't find any escalation sigils for the rest of the runs, for the rest of the hour, I'll be at 3 escalation sigils an hour, or rather 1 escalation sigil an hour. Your mom says they didn't start calling us wanderers until after the player started using vampire powers for good. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you wanna be super technical, right? Diablo's vessel in Diablo 2 was called the Dark Wanderer. Okay, they didn't call us, "Hey, Dark Wanderer, I know what you are." Right? We're just regular wanderers, not Dark Wanderers. Oh no. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go to the end. There's no strong room here.
It is done.
Alright. Ooh, an Omrune. Omrune, baby. Okay. I am looking for the strong room. Show me the light. No, no light to be found. Jesse plays, yo, what up, guy? How you doing, good sir? Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, show me the lights. There was no light to be had. Grotesque Deader. She says, I was watching Diablo boss runs and you came up, lol. The 100 opens. Ah, snap. Well, I'm glad you watched my video. What? An Inferno Butcher has... I've never... What? Damn. Okay. Yeah, that is that. Those are the kind of videos that I like to make, where I just farm something 100 times and then I show you the loots, and I do the science, give the stats. Jesse says, yeah, I watched almost all of them, I think. What? That's a lot of videos. I mean, I appreciate it, but like, bro, that's a lot. The ones in season 10 are my favorite. Wow. Like, okay, because I mean, the nature of boss run or like the 100 run videos are just very repetitive in nature, especially the way I make it. So I like my videos, I would say, are like the worst kind of videos to binge. But if you watch them as they come out, like they're a lot more digestible, you know. But I actually think that if you binge my videos, that's almost a form of torture, to be honest. Gambling addiction? No, it's just like no. I'm just saying like my videos are very repetitive and therefore not very conducive to binging. Jesse says, not to me. I like the insights. They like five like the percent for the drop rate mythic and the stuff. I find it interesting. Oh, yeah, very interesting indeed. Yeah, I mean, I have those questions myself, which is why I do it, and I like I enjoy gathering the data. Right, I'm playing the game and gathering the data. So what I'm farming for right now is escalation sigils because I do want to do 100 Astaroths this season. I didn't really play season 9, but yeah, like and one stat that I'm definitely compiling is the ratio of nightmare dungeons to escalation sigils. Like, come on, how many nightmare dungeons do you need to get a escalation sigil? You know. Now, is that a piece of is that interesting data? Yes, it is. I mean that's something that I was asking myself. So yeah, and then also like, is Astroth even a good place to farm mythic uniques? Who knows? All right, do we get an escalation sigil? Haha! Yes! Escalation sigil, baby! Yes.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
All right. Let's go, baby. Jesse says, I would give you mine, but they are a compound. Yeah, and I mean, I actually get pretty regular offers for materials, but I always deny them because I need to experience what the common man would experience if they were to do this. So yeah, and I mean, if I accepted the materials, I wouldn't get this. I wouldn't get the data, right? And the data is actually very important to me. I find it very, very important. My videos would be nothing without the data. All right, 2 more, and then I get 50 escalation sigils. Oh, that's so close. And she says I can't farm like that, so I kind of have to get donations. Well, yeah, to each their own. I mean, I enjoy the farming process, right? Um, like there was a bit of time where I took a break from just gaming in general, right? Between the season 9 ending and when I stopped playing World of Warcraft, and I was like really bored. I kind of was like, oh man, I kind of want to do something, but I don't want to make any videos for season 9. I don't have enough time, right? And so I'm glad to be like doing something and figuring out something. So yeah, like it is a grind, but you know, I mean that's what this game is. It's a grindy game. She says, yeah, I wish I can farm Torment 4. Just Torment 3 right now. Ah, yeah, you gotta upgrade your build. Yeah, you just gotta upgrade that build, boy. I need Chaos Uniques. Oh, yeah, I mean the extra random nature of Chaos Uniques does make them much more time consuming to farm. Because the Ophidian Iris, like, man, I was waiting a long time to get that unique. Or that Chaos Unique, and then yeah, I was doing like methods to specifically farm the reputation cache and all of that to get it, and actually farmed mythic unique. I actually got a mythic unique before I got the chaos unique for the Ophidian Iris. So I understand your feeling. I just run Hell Tides and look for the things for them or the warp. Yeah, the one thing that actually Efan told me was when he saw a video of someone explaining that you can actually do the Chaos Rift Nightmare Dungeon sigils, and those will have the Chaos Rifts to upgrade your reputation, so you can farm the boxes that are guaranteed to have the Chaos unique in it as well. Really? Good to know. Yeah. You can thank Efan for that. He's the one that told me, and then I did that for a little bit, and yeah, it's a good source of chaos uniques for sure. Like if you look at it right here, right? So if I have one, they're generally pretty common. Oh, I actually don't have one. Yeah, I thought I had one. But I guess I don't. Yeah, so like right here, right? So this one, Chaos Rifts. Hold on. Yeah, so Chaos Rifts right here. Chaos Rifts have opened in this place. So I open up this one. And then I teleport in. And the ones that you're looking for are the ones that give the rep. The Vajdatar Veneration ones. And yeah, you just open it and you just get rep. And then you just turn in the rep. And you get free chaos uniques. Play the resurrected guard. Okay, done. Right, so right here, what's this one? Oh, it's not. It's just object site. Oh, we have another one here. So right here, the Vajdatar Veneration. So I just opened that guy, and I get rep, and yeah, you just keep farming them, you know. Yeah, so that's a really good way of targeting them, because like sometimes for whatever reason, when you're in the Helltide, like you just get no chaos rifts whatsoever, and you just gotta wait. Because I think every single Helltide that I've done has a Grim Favor that says close 2 chaos rifts, and there's no chaos rifts to close. Boom, oi. Boom, baby. Oh, nothing in there. Oh, there's no strong room in this guy. Oh! Why can't I attack this goblin? No! The gelatinous. That was a gelatinous one too. Wow. I got screwed. Damn. Like, yeah, these minions that like are spawning outside of the bounds, not cool. And I think that's what happened with the goblin. Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. Jesse says, I have a bunch of chaos rifts. I'm playing a rake single target. Or, I'm playing a rake. Single target is not my friend. Oh. Yeah, I mean, you just have to get better gear. That's what it sounds like. Or maybe a different build might help as well. Unless you like your build, then keep playing it. Don't let me dictate how you play the game or how you enjoy the game. Yeah, I mean, all right. Strong room, baby. Your mom says, my mount got a serious workout when I was looking for a Helltide Chaos Rift. I was rubber banding backwards every couple seconds, and it was a timed event, so I didn't want to reset my Xbox. Anger. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, when I found my mythic Chaos Rift, I like just dropped whatever I was doing and I bolted straight there. Like, damn. And I lucked out too because no one completed it, so I was able to complete it and get a second mythic unique. Unfortunately, it wasn't a unique that was good for my build, but You know, it's all good. It was good sparks. Good sparks. Oh. There it is. 500 attunements. Bro. Alright, time is about to run out. 25 seconds. Alright. Do we get an escalation sigil? No. That's okay. Let's just slay these fractured spirits and get out of here. Fresh meat.
Want someone or something found, you find me.
Oh, doors. My weakness. How did you know? You there? Please help us get out of here. Unfortunately, helping you will take too long, and I am speed running through because I'm trying to get into the next nightmare dungeon. Alright, I can deposit the animus now, boy. I don't even know why I'm checking these. I don't need any of them. Alright. Escalation sigil. Oh, I don't have any. Go ahead and get rid of some of these. Wait, hold on. Strong room. Wait. Yeah, so these ones say Horadric Strong Room, so like I get 3 nightmare dungeons with the strong room every time. I think that's what that means. But we'll have to wait, we'll have to figure it out and see. No, Black Asylum is trash. Jesse says my glyphs aren't also, or my glyphs also aren't leveled up all the way. Oh yeah, sounds like you got some work to do, bud. Yeah, getting your glyphs to level up so that way they have the increased area is hugely important. And then getting them to the legendary level, you get an extra multiplier. It's actually a significant portion of your damage. Definitely recommend getting that in. Hacker Walter, yo, what up, guy? I thought it was 4 dungeon. Wait, what did you think? I'm not sure what you're saying, Hacker Walter, but I hope you're doing good sir. Jesse says, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. I have 2 out of 5. Oh yeah. I mean, if you have 2 out of 5, then all it is a matter of time before you get 5 out of 5. Hacker says the escalated nightmare. No, so it's I actually haven't done an escalating nightmare yet on Torment 4. I did play a little bit of Season 9, but I didn't focus on escalating nightmares at all. So it's 3. When I played on the PTR for Season 9, I did do some, and it was 3 nightmares, and then the 4th level was Astaroth, the boss. So technically it's 4 levels, but it's only 3 nightmare dungeons. What's your highest pit clear this season? I think I've only cleared up to level 70. I haven't been focusing on that at all. I've been focusing on farming for my escalation sigils and making the videos. No, I'm not interested in competing like that and saying like, oh, how far can I go in the pit levels. I do not have that desire. Joe says, it's time for me to go to sleep now. It's 4 a.m. and my eyes are getting kind of heavy. Yeah, just go to sleep, bro. Do not feel any obligation to chill here, buddy. Though I do appreciate your company. But yeah, if you have to go, you have to go. Don't let me stop you from getting sleep. Echo says, oh, okay. Yeah. What's the best way to get chaos uniques? So the best way that I found is through the nightmare dungeons. So when you get the nightmare sigils, you get like the little affixes on them, and the ones that you're looking for are the ones that have the chaos rifts, right? So when you have those, you open it and then you run the dungeon, but the chaos rifts, you don't do all of them. You only do the ones that give Infernal Warp and the Vajdatar Veneration, the rep. So when you get enough rep, right, you actually unlock a box, a treasure cache, and that is guaranteed to have a chaos unique in it. So that's the best way that I found to farm chaos uniques if you need them. Desiree. Yeah, I mean I've done 100 Varshans. Oh, sorry, I've made videos on 100 Lord Zeers and 100 Gigors, and they don't drop that many Chaos Uniques. I think I've found maybe 4 or 5 of them over 100 runs. So, yeah, if Chaos Uniques are what you're looking for, then what you should do is you should farm the seasonal rep. I don't think I have it here. Yeah, farm the seasonal rep, and then open up the cache, and it's guaranteed to have a Chaos Unique in it, and that's the best way, 100%. Hacker says, okay, thank you. I'm trying to get my Spirit Born and join your game, please. I cannot do Teeth Torment 4. So yeah, I'm not playing with anybody right now because I am collecting data for science for my video. So I am not. I can't help you right now because I'm doing my video, good sir. All right, strong room, baby. KPK asks, what runes are you using for your shroud? I have Nagu Se, which is the companions. So permanent companions. What type of science? Yeah, I'm seeing how long it takes for me to get the escalation sigils. I can do 100 Astaroths. Yeah, so like I want to make a video where I kill Astaroth 100 times, but at the same time I need I want to incorporate like the statistics in the video, so that way I can call myself a scientist. Yeah, the having 10 companions or 10 summons is really strong. Oh, there it is, boy. Hacker says, okay, Ken waits. Wait, what do you mean waits? Like doing this is probably going to take me like a couple weeks. For the video. Oh, okay. No, yeah, I appreciate that. All right. So do we get an escalation sigil? Haha, yes! Yes! Ah, yeah, baby! Ah, yeah. So I actually have 50 escalation sigils now. So if I were to start running them, right, that means that I would need to average 1 escalation sigil every 3 runs. Every 3, yeah, because I need to. So I need to basically keep an infinite wave of escalation sigils coming by getting one escalation sigil for every escalation sigil that I run. Because 50 times 2, that's equals 100, and all I have is 50, so I am gonna do some math. And see how many more I need. Ooh, no! Oh, I couldn't skip the ladder. Bro. Enemy horde incoming. Alright, let's go, buddy. Bro. Oh, Nagurun.
I find things, even if they don't want to.
Oh, very nice. Alright, here we go, boy. Alright. Oh. That's... Okay, so I have 49 escalation sigils. I need to do a few more to get 50. But, oh my god. Like, yeah, that's a lot. Alright, guys. I'm gonna call this stream. Thanks for chilling. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.